Hey everyone, I'm Dan and welcome to Disney Decoded. Today we're venturing into one of the most iconic dark rides ever built, the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom. Ooh, no. Most guests walk through the front door assuming they're entering a haunted manor filled with ghosts. But the truth is, almost none of the actual ride takes place in that mansion at all. The stretching room, it doesn't work the same as it does in Disneyland. The ballroom ghosts, they're created using an illusion from the 1800s. And the mansion itself is really just the opening act for a massive hidden show building you never see. Today we're decoding the architecture, illusions, and engineering tricks that make Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion one of Disney's most cleverly designed attractions. Here's the first illusion. Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion is actually two buildings. The first is a Dutch Gothic revival inspired manor in Liberty Square. The architecture draws from 19th century Hudson River Valley estates and New England Gothic mansions, creating an atmosphere reminiscent of stories like The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And it only contains the foyer, the stretching room, hallway leading to the load area. That's it. The second is the actual ride. It's housed in a massive warehouse-style building behind the mansion, completely hidden by tree lines, berms, forced sight lines. From inside Liberty Square, you never know a show building the size of a small aircraft hangar is right behind you. Aerial photos show it positioned next to the It's a Small World show building. Unlike Disneyland, Magic Kingdom sits on top of the utilidor system, meaning the entire park is technically on the second floor, because there's no lower level to descend into. Magic Kingdom's stretching room ceiling rises instead of the floor lowering. The illusion works the same. The portraits elongate and the room stretches. Afterward, you walk through a slightly inclined portrait corridor that discreetly guides you into the second story load platform. It's architectural sleight of hand, and most guests never realize they walked uphill to reach the doom buggies. The Haunted Mansion uses the Omnimover ride system, a continuous chain of vehicles invented by Wed Imagineering. Doom buggies travel at a constant speed, keeping capacity extremely high. Each car rotates, directing your field of vision to exactly the right scene at the right moment. The rotating motion also hides backstage areas and scene transitions. The Doom buggy rises or drops dramatically. The illusion of drifting through a giant mansion comes from controlled vehicle rotation, carefully masked lighting, scenic depth around curves. And the moving walkway at load and unload keeps the entire system in motion without stopping the ride. One of the reasons the Haunted Mansion can move such large crowds. The ballroom scene remains one of the most legendary effects in Disney history. Here's how Pepper Ghosts work. Guests look into a huge two-story room, and below the track, completely out of sight, sits Audio-Animatronic ghosts performing dances, toasts, and gags. A giant angled glass panel reflects these figures into the ballroom scenery. You see both the real set and the reflected characters together. No projections, no digital tricks, just 19th century stagecraft executed at a massive scale. Magic Kingdom's attic has gone through multiple updates. During the 2006 refurbishment, Constance Hatchaway, the bride character, was added and features a beating heart effect, projection effects, and strategic lighting. Portraits showing her with different grooms whose head mysteriously disappear. Audio cues timed to her dialogue about her dearly departed husbands. Now, for the finale, Disney uses a modernized take on one of the mansion's most famous illusions. It still begins with the classic idea. You see yourself in a mirror, and suddenly a ghost appears, riding along with you. But at Magic Kingdom, the effect was completely re-engineered in 2011, blending traditional Haunted Mansion tricks with new digital animation technology. The setup uses a large sheet of angled two-way glass, similar to the original Pepper's Ghost principle. Controlled front and back lighting that determines when you see your reflection. Digitally animated hitchhiking ghosts rendered in real time for each Doom buggy. And a precise tracking system that syncs every ghost animation to your exact position. The illusion works because all three layers, your reflection, the angled mirror, and the digital animation, line up perfectly, creating a seamless final gag that feels both familiar and completely new. It's a great example of Imagineering's philosophy: preserve the spirit of classic illusion, but update the technology so the experience feels alive for modern audiences. That was a mouthful, huh? The Haunted Mansion blends simple illusions with high-tech figures. The Ghost Riders, these aren't animatronics. They're inverted sculptures. The faces are concave, which creates the optical illusion that they rotate to follow you. This technique is so effective that Disney patented it. Madame Leota is often mistaken for a hologram, but the effect is completely practical. Her face comes from original film footage of Imagineer Leota tombs, front projected onto a modeled translucent head inside the crystal ball. The voice you hear is Eleanor Audley. And although the projection system has been upgraded to modern digital projections over the years, the illusion still relies on the same 1969 technique. Little fun fact, Leota tombs also provided the voice for Little Leota, the small ghost who bids you farewell at the ride's exit. Now, the graveyard scene is one of the densest clusters of audio animatronics in the park. You have singing busts, including the distinctive voice and face of Thurl Ravenscroft. You have pop-up ghosts, you have musicians, and the enormous ghostly chorus. Each figure is synchronized to grim grinning ghosts with lighting effects and fog effects that blend everything into a single tableau. Haunted Mansion sound design is one of its quiet achievements. Each area has unique audio characteristics. The foyer has subtle reverb, faint wind. Stretching room, deep bass resonance for the ghost host. The corridor, whispering and spatial ambience. A seance room, swirling circular audio. And the graveyard, you have wide stereo field and outdoor acoustics. You also have directional audio. Ghosts speak from exactly where they appear in the scene. This spatial placement is crucial. Your ears reinforce what your eyes believe. And then also environmental effects. The attraction reportedly uses environmental controls, including temperature management and airflow, to enhance the supernatural atmosphere. Subtle details that most guests never consciously notice but contribute to the overall immersive experience. Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion is a masterclass in illusion architecture, combining stagecraft from the 1800s, Disney's pioneered ride technology from the 1960s, and decades of incremental updates. The result isn't just a haunted house, it's a masterpiece of controlled perception. Opening on October 1st, 1971 as one of Magic Kingdom's original attractions, the Haunted Mansion proves that timeless design principles, optical illusions, forced perspective, theatrical lighting, and architectural deception can create experiences that remain compelling more than 50 years later. Next time you ride, look for the transitions, the lighting tricks, the invisible angles, all the tiny details Imagineers designed to make the impossible feel real. What Haunted Mansion illusion fascinates you most? Was it the ballroom ghost? The stretching room? The hidden show building? Let me know in the comments. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video.